Hey guys, welcome back. And as Blizzard has now rebuffed, sort of, the honor gains we can actually get in TBC Pre-patch, I'm sure a lot of you guys are out there farming your rank 14 gear or stacking up honor and marks for your level 70 gear right as you hit level 70. And you're probably running around all of these battlegrounds being fully geared, ready to absolutely dominate, going up into a team battle, and then instantly, you're dead. And what it is really the game is scaled right now so that we should have resilience. So no matter what damage income is coming in, it's doing pretty much all of your health almost instantaneously. But there is some builds that this lets us create, some really fun things that it lets us do. And particularly for rogues, there's a particular build that we can kind of stack all of the damage we do as ambush rogues to just basically ambush one-shot almost anyone. And then it also gives you a chance to crit your next backstab, so you can kind of run around these team fights just deleting people one after another, and it's one of the most fun things you can do. So if we're gonna have to farm marks, farm honor for gear and for things at 70, we're gonna make the most fun out of it as possible, and we're pretty much gonna go in this build and just go one-shot everyone. And it makes it even more fun if you grab Berserker, of course. But almost anything. Armor does scale pretty heavily, so a really geared like warrior tank isn't going to take nearly as much damage, but almost anyone else just gets deleted in a second. Now I'm going to show you the spec I'm running and go over the talents in particular that increase your damage for this one-shot build. Starting straight off with Opportunity, giving you 20% more damage from your abilities when you're behind a target. That's Backstab and Ambush for you right now. And we're really focused on Ambush. Then Improved Ambush gives you 45% more crit on that ambush. Serrated Blades gives you some armor penetration, which is pretty massive. Deadliness down here on the tree will give you 10% more attack power. And then we go into the talent that you usually don't spec into, and that is Master of Subtlety. And this will give you, basically for 6 seconds after you break stealth, you have 10% increased damage. And this is something that retail rogues are very used to in their one-shot macros or one-shot combos, where there was a legendary that for 4 seconds out of breaking stealth, every single thing you do crit. Now for us, it's not as massive, but 10% increased damage out of stealth. You can get that ambush, and if they casually live, you just make sure you pre-med before, and you just hit them with an eviscerate. Almost kills every single person in the game, except for, again, like a geared tank. Then you're going to want to get Sinister Calling, giving you 15% extra agility. And for this build, we are going with the Shadowstep. Shadowstep Ambush, it's so fun. If someone gets away from you, then you can Shadowstep Abyss also, because we don't have Shiv right now, so you can't basically guarantee getting a Crippling Poison up, and it kind of really hurts you there. Then we're going to move in, get 5% extra crit, because we want these ambushes to crit as often as they can. Remorseless Attacks, which gives you basically 40% chance to crit your next ability after you kill someone. And this is super fun for Battlegrounds. And then Punctured Wounds is the last thing we're going to get, which gives you more crit chance to your backstab. This is for basically, there's a lot of times when you're not able to re-stealth, but in this build, you're focused on re-stealthing and hitting those huge ambushes. Now, if you wanted to swap the build up a little bit, you could go for Lethality. This gives you a little bit more longevity in fights because it makes your crits from backstab do even more damage, but then you wouldn't have Shadowstep. So you kind of get to choose here. Are you going to go for Shadowstep or are you going to go into Lethality? Personally, I'm really loving Shadowstep, and it's one of the most fun abilities in the game. Right now, there are a ton of boosted characters, which are even easier to one-shot because they only have like 3,000 health. But this actually fully works on fully geared characters. Again, tanks or plate wearers will take significantly less damage. And usually, if you're doing that, I will make either a macro, if you're not used to using pre-med yourself, where you pre-med into ambush, and then you can instantly get an eviscerate, which will usually kill them also. So step pre-med ambush, just that simple. And then you're going to go in with an eviscerate right after, and almost every single person in the game is going to be dead. Shout out to Fission Energy, keeping me energized and awake as I'm getting ready for the TBC grind, where I'm pretty much going to do non-stop leveling to 70 until I clear Karazhan and Gruul's Lair and everything like that over with Salad Bakers. So make sure to check me out on the Twitch channel for that. And if you want your own energy, safe, clean energy for the race to TBC 70 and whatnot, make sure to check out the link in the description. I'll see you guys all on the next one. Boom, 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 boom.